Where? Test. Wow, volume.
Even
Hello, hey. Oh my God, we did not play last week, eh?
we did not.
I remember that. It was the Father's Day. We did not play. It was 2 weeks ago. Trying to remember our game, man. I know that we came to the main city of Neo Coral as a group on an airship. We were looking to help get Amico or Amico out of the city.
Arr.
Yeah, welcome. And hey, Turbo's here. Woohoo! Turbo,
Yeah.
thanks for coming by.
All right, get hosted. You are hosted, sir.
Yeah, I wish that worked, man. I wish it showed the alert.
Yeah, I don't.
You know?
I just went into mine and fixed it, and it still doesn't do it
Aw,
in Stream Elements.
that thing's been. I don't know what's going on with Host. I haven't seen Host on anybody in a long time.
Oh,
But yeah, we came into the city. Everybody kind of got off the boat and started exploring. May and Kylo, you guys went all over, saw some temples, got some local food, got some info, made your way to a tavern where foolishly
Okay.
the gnomes were summoned.
and gnomes.
They had annoyed everybody till everybody left, and we left
Money.
We left a chess set behind for Mr. Jackson for them to play with and be entertained by, so he could make his getaway, donning the guise of a large ogre as he walked through town. You guys made your way to a temple at one point. I think it was Temple of the Winds, if I'm not mistaken. And
Yes, it was.
we're looking for. Shoot, I forget what you're looking for. You're trying to find originally information on. Oh, I'm sorry, on the woman that you had seen back in Dovagard. And
Yeah, we saw her dip in there.
you saw her dip in there. She went back later on, and you were looking around for her, only to be followed by a kitsune, a foxman, and he tried to get the jump on you and blow you up with a bomb, but you were able to use clever spells and sneak away from him,
Yes.
trapping him in a courtyard, and getting revenge on him. You were able to tie him up and bring him into the boat, where you put him in the hold below, and then in the hold below, you were asking him questions, finding out that he was a brand new assassin, not very good to the game, employed by himself,
very
not part
smart.
of any guild, and he was set to kill you or grab you or whatever he was doing, and then check in with the woman who had hired him to do that work around midnight at the Temple of the Winds. That's where I think we had left off.
Yes, Ling had hired him. Ling was her name.
Yeah, the woman, that's
Mhm.
correct.
Hired by Lang, a swordswoman.
Report back
Meet
tonight, midnight at the temple.
At the temple inside the main room.
And that was if.
Accompanied by creatures in cloaks.
Yes.
we
she was
figures like what we fought,
Yeah.
and that he told us that he was he had no guild contract and he was a freelancer. Which,
yeah. He was just
nobody's looking for him.
Kind
he
of a-
disappears.
a fumbling assassin. That's right. Nobody's looking for him. Nobody knows he's there. Maybe he was approached by somebody much smarter and said, "Sure, here, try your hand. See what you can do." Only he did not do well. That's
No, sir.
now you had him in a hold below in the ship. I don't remember the exact last part. I know Jackson was down there, was looking to do harm to him, but I don't remember if you guys had all went upstairs and left him down there or what at the time.
I don't remember.
But it's okay.
I know we heard what he was doing.
Yes.
We must have been all there, and then I think we locked
Mhm.
him up. But then I'm not sure where we ended after that.
No, that's okay. Somewhere around there. So you guys were getting your ideas together. In the day previous as well, you had opened the Guildmaster's notes from Dovagard, and it said to put a special flower, a lotus, on top of a monument in the Shrine of Vows, and then you'd be met the day after by a man that I don't have in front of me, but Shen was the contact Shen. He was going to meet you and help show you away.
Do you know the way?
Do you know the way?
We did was down, I believe, too, didn't we?
Which one? Sorry.
We did put the flower down before.
Yes, we did.
Yes, you did. You were gonna wait
Let me-
initially, but then you realized it was a day later or so that he would show up, so you had taken off at that point and went and did your investigating. So it is still the same day, later in the day, obviously. I think it was starting to get dark when you were at the temple, and then you had made your way back to the ship, making sure you were not followed. And you were alone on the ship with the Foxman.
Foxman. We get his name?
I don't remember. Do you?
Niato.
Oh, Nieto.
Okay. It's been a while.
Yeah, Nieto.
Niato.
Yeah.
Paid to follow us, persuaded. I'm sure he's getting nothing out of this.
Not now.
Well, not after Jackson takes Zero. Things that we don't need to know about.
Yeah.
We went up to level 7 also, didn't we?
Yes, we
Very
did.
shortly, yes. Yes, you did.
Yeah, I need to pull
not
that
too
up.
long ago.
I don't have the right information here.
Oh, D&D Beyond? You got the older version of the
Yeah,
character?
because I didn't print it out yet, or I tried to print it out for some reason.
Oh, I see. Which I should log into.
No my stats. Somebody drops a giant, angry astral beast on us, like he's been known to do
Yeah. From time to time.
from time to time.
So that will be your go from there as you guys.
So same night before midnight, right?
Yeah, of course. It's like I think it was just it was after dark. We said like what did we say like 9 or we said there was hours left. I remember that.
Okay,
So maybe 9.
We've gone away from where Nieto is. I'm assuming, probably gone to eat something.
Yeah.
In the time being, I'm gonna just suggest to Clairval, you're a master of disguise. Beyond just being a very charismatic and excellent bard, you should disguise yourself as a hireling and go visit this woman at midnight.
Well, I can get in to visit this woman at midnight. I can make myself look exactly like this individual. I can make myself sound exactly like this individual. What do we want to try and find out? Just what she's... Yeah.
Well, she's tried to kill us once,
Yep.
and hired someone to follow and try to kill us, and she stowed away on a boat.
Yep. I'm guessing that she's just going to send someone to try and kill this guiltless assassin, but it's worth a shot and get some more information.
All depends on what she was meeting him for. So,
Yep. So-
is there something that we have that we could probably give her that only we would have? To
What? That he could prove that he got us?
You could prove that you got us. Yeah.
I
and see
can
what
talk my
happens.
way through getting us, but what's the story we want to give?
I'm not sure.
Because
We put up a valiant effort. In the end, he killed all of us after we beat him down.
After we beat him down.
He was almost eaten by a chronoceros.
I'm thinking we might get some more information with a failed attempt and barely got out of there with my life,
Yeah, maybe.
or
You're not afraid of
maybe,
getting
like,
killed for failure.
I've been watching them and I've got concerns about my safety. You said I could take these guys, and I watched them tear somebody apart. Or I've been monitoring their comings and goings. I've got a report for you. You've got further instructions for me, and try and get some more information out that way.
Because it doesn't say what she's expecting you to bring to her.
Yeah, well, I can bluff my way through that. What do you think, May? You muted, May.
I thought she was playing a mute. She was doing the hand signals.
She's lost her voice.
I don't know.
Unsure.
Well, how about we do this? It'll be easier for us to try and sneak around this individual if it's not the full party. So, Kylo and May, why don't the two of you and I go to this meeting at midnight? You guys can watch my back, get set up to keep an eye on things, and just see how it goes.
Sounds good.
I enjoy this idea.
Yeah, because so the two heavily armored fellas can just hang out here at the ship, or they can go
I
do something.
have some pretty heavy armor.
Go do
So
something. Oh, do you?
That's
Okay.
true. That's true.
I have the power armor. That's
She has
pretty
the
good.
power
I think.
armor.
No, don't bring the power armor. This is a stealth mission.
Fine. Just the rhinoceros.
You could have the rhinoceros could hang out outside and look natural or something.
Look natural.
Just
Yeah.
look natural.
It's exuding cold.
I'm sure they're used to rhinoceroses around here, just sitting in the streets.
Sure, why not?
All right, so
Okay.
I'm going to take Naoto's cloak.
Okay.
Hey, I was
and
wearing that. No, just kidding.
I'll use my disguise kit to fix myself up to look as much like him as possible.
Okay.
So I'll roll deception.
Yeah, go for it.
That would be a 19.
All right. Look very good. You got a good.
Hey, you. What did you do with our bard? Where'd he go?
He's out of the cage.
Give him
Kill him.
I'm just kidding. I know it's you.
So you get the looks about you. You get the featuristics about him. You get the cloak, mannerisms.
Yep. A performance check to emulate his mannerisms and such.
Okay.
That would be a 21.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
Yeah, you sound a lot like him. Good pass.
You take your time and you practice. Look at his mannerisms, how he's dressed, how you remember him moving about. Emulate all that. You got a good feeling you can copy him.
Yep.
All right.
All right, so
Want me to rough you up a little bit?
Why don't you guys go set up now? That way you guys can get there before me. Get
Sounds
yourself into position, and then I'll walk back on my own because I'm supposed to be working on my own, right?
Right.
So Jackson and Brenthrin are going to stay on the boat with the men, and we'll have May and Kylo go, an hour early? A couple hours early?
Maybe an hour early. Hour's probably good. I don't want to get there too early. How early in the day is it now?
I thought we said it was like 9 or 10. I can't remember.
So it's getting late. You guys need to head out now.
Yeah.
So you two, if that's what you wish to do, you're going to start making your way to the Temple of the Winds. Is there anywhere you'd like to go first? Is there any way you would like to leave, approach? What do you want to bring, not bring? May, how do you want to go?
I'm gonna leave the wolf here.
Well, I can't bring my suit, so
I mean, you could. I just don't know how stealthy it's gonna be.
it's not going to be very stealthy.
Let's take care of that.
It's really not.
All right, so we're going as Tiefling and Half Elf.
Mhm.
Walk down the road until we get there, or would like something else?
I'm suggesting we keep to the shadows as much as possible.
Okay. Give us a basic stealth roll.
Actually, can we get to the rooftops from the ship?
The rooftops of the ship, or which
No,
rooftops?
No, the rooftops of the rooftops.
Like in the city?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure. Give me an athletics or acrobatics in general, and a stealth to get up there, and then let me know how you're doing and hiding in the shadows. Both you, May, and Kylo.
Okay, for acrobatics, or athletics, I got a 12,
Okay.
and natural 20 for stealth.
All right, you have some trouble getting to the rooftops.
disappear.
It takes you a while. You're not the most graceful, but you get up there, and you're able to hide and be very silent when you're walking on the roof. So you're not stomping around up there. May, what you do? How'd you do? Oh, let's see.
Well, I'm also gonna try to be stealthy. Since I don't have the suit, maybe I can be quiet. Maybe not. I got a 7.
She got a 7.
Falls in her face. Gets back up. Dusts herself off.
May comes up and she's following you. You're staying in the shadows. You have your armor on that helps with your stealth. You're hiding here and there. You're being very silent, but she is do you have hoofs, May, or do you have booted feet?
I have booted feet.
All right, booted feet. But she's still loud. She's clompy. She's banging around on the rooftops as you're going.
Quiet. Quiet down.
Guys, make your way across some roofs. Do you want to like go from roof to roof till you get all the way to the temple?
Yeah, as much as we can, unless it's
Okay.
gonna be like a giant chasm between us.
Okay, no, you're fair enough. You're able to make your way. Sometimes you might have to get down, sneak across the road, and then climb back up. But for the most part, you can go from roof to roof. You're very silent. She, again, is not too silent, but you get until you
Trying
can
to avoid
see
any entanglements,
anything on the ground or somebody would watch you.
because it's nighttime. So I mean,
Mm.
thieves might be out, guards might be out.
True.
The ne'er-do-wells that go to that Temple of the Wind may be around, trying to pass out pamphlets. I don't want your stupid pamphlet.
You make your way until in the distance you see the temple. At this time, you're on rooftops of various houses, but ahead of you, the road would almost tee. So it would come around, go this way, and then would branch off forward with a little bridge going across and elevate. You're elevated, right? You're up on top of almost the side of a mountain. You're up in the cliffs. So this bridge will go across a chasm, like you said, over to the temple, to the big open courtyard of the temple. Where you are, you can see the courtyard of the temple, but you're across the bridge, across the street. So you're ways back.
What do we see?
Right now, it's just dark. Moon's out, full,
Lamps are lit.
pale glowing blue, or pale glow. Lamps are lit. Not too many
They're
people moving about. Nobody really, from where you
Guards.
are. There were guards as you were coming and going. There were guards here and there, but you don't see a guard exactly where you are at this time. You can see across in the courtyard. Nobody there. Just the moon and the clouds going by above the larger roof of the temple in the distance. Big tiled, colorful tile roof, which is now dark. Banners kind of
Any way to-
flapping in a light breeze.
The bridge is the only way in.
Bridge is the main way in, yes. It goes from the service road, or the main road of the town, across the chasm and over to the open courtyard. It's quite wide.
How much cover is on the bridge?
Nothing really. It's just like a wooden half hill bridge.
Okay, we will look for lookouts and then make our way across the bridge without
Okay.
being too noticed, without being too conspicuous. Because I don't want to be stopped and say, "What are you doing in this sector? You know, it's nighttime." Blah blah blah. I want to get through
All right. Well, give me
through
a,
here without.
give me a spot first. Let's see what you see in the night.
Okay, I'm gonna put on my goggles of whatever they are, sight, eagle sight.
Eyes of the eagle.
Eyes of the eagle. Yes. I got that's the persuasion. Not persuasion, perception. I got a 16. I get to roll twice, right? It's advantage.
I believe it's advantage for the goggles. Yeah.
And I got a 19.
Got 19.
16 and yeah,
Okay.
16 and a 19.
With a 19, you could see a guy every once in a while. One of the monks. You're familiar with how they looked. Come out of the left-hand building. To the right, you knew was a kitchen. Ahead of you was the main prayer hall. And to the left was the building that led out to the courtyard where you trapped the Foxman. And there was a bunch of, kind of, lack of a better term, paper walls with light inside, people moving about. The monks, that's where they kind of lived. You can see a guy come out of the left-hand side. towards the courtyard. He doesn't walk right out in the courtyard, but he comes out every once in a while and he just takes a look around. He's dressed like a simple monk. He has no open weapon or anything like that, but he's just keeping watch over the entire place. Takes a little walk up and down the little boardwalk underneath the roof of the left-hand side building, and then makes his way back in to that building on the left into the courtyard. So there are people keeping a watch here and there. Very vaguely.
So is there enough time between the time that he moves through where we can see him that we can actually move?
Yep, you can wait for him to go back in. You can take a dip down and run if you want. Either stealthily or full out. Whatever way you'd like to.
With the least noise possible, but the quickest.
All right, both. Let's see.
So we need to get into the upper part of the main hall, right?
Let's do it. Same thing: athletics or acrobatics, and a stealth check. See how well you guys do this time.
Athletic, I got a 1 plus my 7. So I'm gonna guess I'm tripping.
Oh yeah.
And then stealth. Stealth is a 22.
Nice.
So I stealthily trip.
What's May got?
Hopefully something better.
Let's see. Actually, got a survival check. Oh. You know what? We'll take that as your acrobatics.
Okay. Clicked the wrong one there.
Oh, what was that? Oh, survival. Oh,
That's okay. That's
Do you need to roll another one? Or?
Yeah, let's do a stealth.
Okay. That's what I meant to click. 6.
All right. Kylo, you jump down. You begin to run. You do not do so well. You start crossing the street. You go up the half-hill bridge, and the slope screws you up. You kind of stumble over your own feet and go down. But you go down quietly. You're very stealthily. You go right into the shadows and lay flat. May, right behind you, jumps down. She's super dexterous, athletic. She comes by, scoops you up in one pick, gets you back up to your feet. But she's semi-loud about it. You guys run into the courtyard. Where do you want to go?
why did you bring those pots that are attached to your belt?
You know that you've probably been heard.
So we're gonna want to head to the shadows behind the building.
So in the courtyard, coming into the courtyard, there's a kitchen to your right, barracks to your left. Center is an opening to the inside of the temple. There are shadows in the courtyard up against various walls and little walkways. Do you want to go in there, or where do you want to go?
How far are we from? Well, the only way into the main temple is through the gate. Oh no, we go through the kitchen.
Yeah.
We went through the kitchen last time.
Mm-hmm.
Should we go through the kitchen, May?
I mean, we can.
I forget what happened last time we walked through. I don't think anybody paid attention to us.
I don't think so.
We're gonna hit the shadows near the kitchen and just see what's going on before we go in.
All right. You make some noise in the courtyard, but you're able to run with the help of May over to the kitchen very quickly. Using your stealth, you can push both of you into the shadows just inside. As you look back and see the guy on the other side, left-hand side, coming out of the barracks. He heard a sound, comes out and takes a look. He walks out onto the little walkway, looks across the courtyard over towards the kitchen, but can't see you. Guys are ducked in somewhere in the shadows. Stands out there for a few minutes, just looking around. Not eagerly looking, but just wondering what was happening, if anything had made a noise or anything odd like that. Then ducks back in and goes back out to the left-hand building. In the kitchen, of course, no one's in there. It is nighttime. Cooking is done. Everybody's over in the barracks side. The kitchen is empty. There are some lanterns here and there lighting it up a little bit, but it's otherwise dark. The majority of light pours from the northern section of the room, from the main temple beyond.
Okay, we will head through the kitchen to the door of the temple and peer in.
Okay, so you go up the little steps from the kitchen to the. Whoops. There's the laundry. Go up the little steps from the kitchen to the main temple. It's well lit. There's a lot of light in here. There's some braziers in here. There is lanterns. The whole thing is lit like daytime in there. There are statues. There's nobody currently in there. No. Look inside.
Okay. In the temple itself, is there any raised areas? Like, is
So-
there is there an upper floor? I can't remember if there's an upper floor.
There was no
Like a-
upper
no
floor.
overlook? The statues, is
Yes.
there room behind them?
Yeah, they're both man-sized statues.
And can we get... Oh, they're only man-sized. Okay, so not bigger.
The one at the far end would be bigger. The one at the very front of the room.
Okay, what else is there to duck behind in here?
Pillars. There'd be pillars. Some banners on the wall.
Okay, so there's banners. Is there enough room behind the big one to hide both of us, or do we have to hide separately?
No, you get 2 people back there.
Okay, so I'm gonna say we go... Yeah, we'll go hide behind there, but I want to snuff out the closest brazier.
Okay. All right.
And just for rarity, I'm gonna snuff out the brazier by the kitchen before we go,
Okay. So make it kind of dark down there.
just to show that a couple have gone out. So it's not just like, hey, why is that one out? I don't know. Maybe somebody's hiding there.
All right. Put 2 of those out. One near the statue, of course, so it throws no shadow of you back there. Whoop. Yeah, I know that. All right. You make your way back there. Put the two light sources out, and you hide back there. Now, from where you are, if you were to come in this temple straight up out of the courtyard and walk up the steps and into the temple, there'd be a large rug going straight, to the back of the room. At the back of the room, there'd be a big statue. That's what you're behind. Then there'd be pillars and other statues and things in here. So from there, you're far back. You can't see anything except the wall behind you and the statue in front of you. What is your plan to...
Well, we can't see past the statue.
Now this is me. I thought you were going to watch the courtyard for something happening. Are you watching the
No.
main temple room?
Yeah, because she said to meet in the temple. So the message was to meet in the temple at midnight.
At the temple,
Inside the main room.
inside the main room. There you go. Okay.
Yeah,
You're in perfect
That's why
position.
we're inside
then.
the main room.
No worries. I just want to know.
Alright.
I just want to know. All right. So you're in there. You can you can't see, but you can hear, and you could notice if anybody was there. Okay.
Okay,
perfect.
so I will have, maybe not yet. I'm just going to keep it in mind so that you know that I'm probably going to cast, where is the spell? Whatever that spell is. It's been 2 weeks. I can't remember what the spell
The
is.
vanish one.
Pass without a trace.
Hmm.
I may cast that if necessary.
Okay.
So we may
Now,
have to move out a bit.
was that a 20-foot circle, like a 20-foot diameter?
The distance on it is, no, that's the, it says here,
It was everybody within how many feet of
30
you?
feet.
30
Yeah,
feet.
so it's each creature that I choose within
Mhm.
30 feet, including you, has a plus 10 bonus to dexterity, and can't be seen or leave no trace.
Oh, okay, so it's not like a dome. It's just okay. I got it.
It's just whoever I cast them,
Okay.
including myself.
Perfect.
As long as they stay within 30 feet of me, we're good.
Okay. All right, you guys are back there in position.
And it lasts with it up to an hour, so that's why I'm not casting it right now, because if somebody starts to sweep the area, I might have to cast it.
Yeah. Okay, you guys are in a good position. All right, Kylok. Not Kylok.
Clairval.
Clairval. Too many C's.
Hard man.
So, one thing Clairval is going to do as he's approaching the meeting, I'm going to use my performance check to attempt to look like I'm a very low-level fledgling assassin wannabe trying to be sneaky.
Okay.
That's a good performance.
So I'm trying to perform to make it look like I think I'm good at being sneaky and I'm not.
Okay.
Shit. That would be a 24 on a performance check.
All right. So you're performing like you are sneaky, but you're not. And you're arriving. What time are you arriving? Are you arriving at midnight?
I would be arriving just before midnight.
Just before midnight. And where do you want to perform this? On the bridge, in the courtyard, beyond?
Walking.
Walking. Generally through town?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So make your way through town doing this performance.
I'm humming the Mission Impossible theme as I'm going through. Ding, 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 ding.
You're clearly spotted by...
moving from barrel to barrel, looking around.
even the guards will notice you with a head nod
Laugh
in your
at 'em.
direction, even though you know. trying not to be noticed. No reason to question you for any reason, but just kind of acknowledge you're there and keep on walking. Some of them will just ignore you, you know. You're pretending to be sneaky. They'll just pretend they didn't notice you. You're not up to no
Yep.
good. Doesn't look like you're doing nothing. Make your way to the temple, and you can see, of course, same thing. The moon is out in full. Clouds going by in front of it. Darkened sky above the tile roofs of the temple in the distance. A light breeze going on, moving about the banners. You don't see much movement at this time. You can see some light coming from within the main hall. Where do you wish to go?
I'm gonna go into the main hall, just looking around.
Okay. All right. You make your way there. We'll do Kylo and May for perception.
– 19.
Nice.
22.
Wow. Wow. All right.
19 doesn't look
My
that
luck is
impressive
getting
anymore,
better.
does it, Kylo?
What's that?
That 19 doesn't seem so impressive anymore, does it?
No, and I had to put those goggles on nice and tight.
As you guys are back there behind the statue waiting for a while, eventually you hear feet. Just one pair of feet, something small, entering the temple at the front. You're behind the statue. At the moment, you can't see. What do you want to do?
Can I stealthily peer over and see? We're in shadows, right?
You're in shadows behind the thing. What was your last stealth? Do you remember?
It was like,
Oh, you had
what
done.
was it like? It was like 21 or something.
I think you had done very good. Use the stealth, and you look around, and you can see the little fox man, which you know is Clairval. You see him entering the temple at the far end. With the 22 and a 19, you can both hear shortly after another pair of feet coming from above on the roof.
Santa Claus?
Perception from Clairval.
That would be a 17.
17's not bad. You don't hear the footsteps on the roof above you, but you are in the temple alone. You look around, you don't see anything except for a couple extinguished braziers, and the rest is lit up.
Lang?
Call out the name. From behind you, as you enter into the temple, someone descends from the rooftop via small rope into the doorway below. We'll look around, just see you by yourself. Kylo, you can see from the shadows. This woman that looks very familiar, you've seen her before. Descend from the rooftop down below from the entrance in the courtyard to the entrance to the temple. And we'll walk up the steps into the temple between, there'd be the opening, there will be Clairval, and then there will be you guys at the statue at the back. And she'll walk in and say, "Is it done?"
Oh shit.
You didn't give me all of the information. I'm gonna do a performance check to make it seem like I'm trying to be tough, but clearly I'm terrified.
That was very
Natural
specific.
20.
Oh, man, I got... Oh. Okay, just beat me. Well, plus your bonuses. Okay. All right. She believes you're genuine.
So if you need the actual number, if that's performance, it's a 32.
Oh.
If it's a deception, it's 26.
All right.
Wow.
You're acting like him.
I'm a good actor.
She'll say, "What information? You had the information on the individuals. Did you take care of them?"
I followed them. I saw them get into a ruckus outside of a bar with some gnomes. They're not the weaklings that you led me to believe. It's going to cost you more. and I need some more information.
You see her spit at the word gnomes, as customary. And she will attempt to intimidate you with a 20, not natural, but with a 20.
What do I need to roll against an intimidation?
What are you trying to do? Are you trying to actually not be intimidated or perform like you are? You let me know.
So what am I rolling?
Are you trying to just pretend that you are?
Well, like she's trying to intimidate me, so like I'm acting like I'm intimidated.
Performance.
22.
Bam! All right. She does an intimidation. You act intimidated. She's thinking it works. She says, money? Enough money for someone like you. You're no one. I could have anyone do this job. I could do it myself. You piped up. You bragged about how good you were and that you could take care of this for me. You wanted to make your way and get into an assassin's guild. I gave you a job. Did you fail at the job or did you do it?
The job will be done, but it's more complicated now.
Complicated? How is it complicated?
There's more of them. They're together. I can't just pick them off one at a time. They don't separate.
Use the cover of darkness. Attack them when they sleep. Did they not arrive on a boat?
They did. The boat looks very well guarded. How could someone possibly get on that boat and off without being noticed?
A master assassin could. Do you not have the skills? If you wait too long, they will meet their contact. We must not let that happen. You must take them out.
Why
If
not?
you cannot do this job, I will find another.
Why must they not meet their contact?
If they meet their contact, they will be taken to Emiko, and they will not be... We do not want that. We cannot allow that. She is not to leave the city.
I'm going to roll a persuasion check to try and convince her that I need more information about what we're doing and why
Okay.
to help me do my job.
All right.
That would be a natural 1.
Oh,
It's still a 13.
It's still a 13. Oh, she
Still a natural one,
beats
though.
you on that. And she says, you know enough. Master Masato will be very angry with me, and that means I will be angry with you. I have no issue eliminating you if need be.
Satan.
If you eliminate me, then you lose
Nothing.
the chance of having deniability for their elimination.
One dead kitsune in the sewer will mean nothing to no one. I will have another assassin in your place.
But you didn't want the guild to go through. You didn't want to go through the guild, I thought.
I don't. I don't want any trace of this. That's why I chose you. That's why I gave you the chance. I will give you another chance. But the money is what it is. Do not make me alter the deal further.
Darth Vader.
Well, I guess I gotta do the job then.
Have the job done by tomorrow morning. And report back to me.
Where do I find you?
I will find you.
I don't know. I'm pretty stealthy.
Where are you staying?
On the ship.
I move around, but I will be at. What was the name of the bar that we had the gnome issue with?
I got it written down probably.
That's a good one. I don't know if I wrote it down. No, that was just a sign, wasn't it? Just a sign with the bowl of food on it.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it had no name.
We can call it the Crazy Gnome.
That's what it's called now.
Yeah, probably now.
I'll stay at the bar where they had the gnomish encounter. See if she spits again.
Does, of course.
I don't like that.
Kind of does an insight on you. Oh, natural one.
Oh,
Wondering
wow.
why you're not disgusted by the word gnome.
Well,
Did she? Gnome
I'm-
spit.
I'm gonna do. Insight is the best I can think of, unless you got a better check for me to roll. I want to roll to see if I think I can get any more information, like if I can keep this conversation going any longer to get more information out of it.
Okay.
That'd be a dirty 20 for insight.
You rolled pretty good. There's not too much more you're going to get out of her. It seems like she's hired you against, of course, out of a guild, right? Not to
Yep.
not to bring anything up. She's dropped the name of someone who else is involved here. Using the word master, somebody maybe she's doing this job for, or having you do this job for, whatever the deal there. Someone else is involved. The name could mean something, but I don't. You're going to get it any further. She says she knows that they're going to meet a contact, so wants you eliminated quickly. You got a lot of information out of her. Not too much more. I don't think you're going to
Not this way, anyways.
get.
So, I understand, Lang. I just have one more thing that I have to say then. Look to the stars.
Hey, we're all looking down.
And I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Now, because of the nature of me and you, she's always ready for something. You're always ready for something. Initiative roll.
Uh,
Everybody do initiative roll.
that would be a 21.
Oh, nice.
Nice. I got 11.
18.
And I got a 16. So we're going to go Clairval. And then May. And then me. And then Kylok. Okay, so Clairval is first. His spell is going to go off. What do I roll
Okay.
for that again?
That one is I believe wisdom, but let me double check.
Okay. Oh, I gotta find wisdom score. Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's a wisdom saving throw. And I'm going to use a bonus action
Ooh.
for someone who's a very good assassin. You were actually pretty easy to fool. And used my bardic inspiration for unsettling words. So instead of a bardic inspiration bonus, she's got a negative to her next saving throw.
Oh. All right. So I had
That's
a.
going to be. It's only a 2.
I minus a 2,
You minus a 2 to whatever your roll is.
so I got an 11 total then.
No, you fail.
Oh, all right.
So you are charmed for the duration of the spell, which is concentration up to 1 minute.
Okay. 1 minute,
and
10 rounds.
You are incapacitated with a speed of 0.
So I'm held by the hypnotic patterns,
Yep.
and I.
So the hypnotic patterns only last for a second.
Okay.
They don't last for the full minute, but like they flash in the air, they distract you, and now you are charmed and basically incapacitated for a minute.
Okay. All right. So that was you.
That was me.
May, you hear words that are familiar to you from Clairval. You're behind the statue. You can't see, but you could hear. What do you wish to do?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna look down when he says look to the stars.
You do. You look
First of
down.
all.
The spell passes over you safely.
I don't want to make the first.
Do you want to
Oh
delay?
man.
I just want to make the first mistake.
You can delay.
I'm gonna ready myself because I'm still not sure entirely what's.
So you know from experience, May, that what this spell does because I cast it
Yeah.
a lot. So you know that this person is incapacitated for a minute, but the spell effect ends if they take any damage.
Yes. Which is why I'm hesitant to damage them right
Yep.
away.
But not touch, right?
Yeah, touch is fine. They're incapacitated, but it's just if they take damage.
So I
we
could
can
draw a mustache on them.
You can. As long as you don't press too hard.
What are you, Jigglypuff?
Don't break the skin.
I'm gonna try to get closer then and like ready myself.
Okay. All right, Maid comes out, takes a look around, makes ready just in case. Lang's turn, can't do anything at this point. Kylok.
Incapacitated, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can't move.
That's right.
Can't move.
Okay. I'm going to cover the short distance that's there and bind her hands and mouth
Smart.
and
What do you-
feet.
What are you going to use?
Rope.
Okay. Give me we'll do, either a strength check to tie it tight or a dex check to tie it, would be another word there.
Skillfully.
Skillfully, yeah.
All right, let's see. Whatever the better roll is here. So it's a strength. No, it's not the saving throw. It's just a strength check.
Just
right?
a check.
So it's either a 14 with strength or a 13 with dex.
Okay. So I'm assuming you're going to 14 with strength.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So you close the distance. You reach into your pack. You pull some rope. You got time, and you begin to bind her around the waist, probably her feet, and over the mouth. It's gonna take a little bit, at least 3 turns, we'll say.
So I want to get more information out of her. And if we capture her, she can't flee again.
That's right. Clairval, just because we're in rounds.
Okay. So you're down here with us now, tying her up, right?
Yep. Don't hypnotize me.
Yeah, I was going to. I can attempt to charm her.
Well, she is charmed.
Well, like fully charm, like
We can't charm on a
Yes.
charm.
yeah.
If she's technically charmed, she does regard you as a friend.
Yep. But she's also incapacitated.
That's right. Yes.
So, like the way I view this, like she's charmed by the lights.
Right, like the zombies
Like-
looking at the lights, like.
Yeah, exactly.
She's also not non-coherent.
Right.
Yeah,
He wants her to be coherent and friendly to her, but the spell does the
yeah.
opposite.
Well, no, I want to get her back to the ship so we can have another conversation with her.
She
Correct.
hasn't seen you in your actual form, so you could do that later when we have her captured. You can be good cop.
All right, so.
You can look.
so
I can get you
gotta
out of
type
here.
that
You
up.
know, you just got to say the right thing.
Okay, I've got an idea. All right, just want to double check the timing on this one's spell.
Okay. Yeah, because of who she is.
How far away are we from the ship? Like,
You-
how long would it take us to get back to the ship?
You're good ways. I would say, let's say at least 20 minutes.
20 minutes? Okay.
I can get us back to the ship. No problem.
Okay. So then let's grab her and get back to the ship and throw her in the brig, or whatever we call it.
We ready
Sounds
to
like a
go?
good plan.
So you have 1 minute till
I'm
this
ready to go.
till the spell
I'm
wears
not
off.
picking her up. I got a strength of 9. Like, not gonna happen.
Oh, we're ready to go?
Yeah.
I'm not
Okay.
wearing my suit, so I'm not carrying her.
Um,
A hole in the plan.
well, right now she's incapacitated. She's incapacitated for 10 rounds, right?
1 minute,
Yes.
10 rounds.
Okay. So I'm going to cast, because it'll give us an hour, I'm going to cast, where the hell did the page go? I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I assumed
On-
that you were already cast, so like we can get back, but
On all
we
four
still
of us.
Yeah.
What's it do to your speed?
Nothing.
Okay, so it just makes you like quiet, invisible, etc.
It gives us plus 10 to stealth,
Okay.
and we leave no trace
Okay.
as we pass. So
So what I will also do to aid with this is I will cast silence
on her.
centered on her.
Oh, wait a minute. Does it give silence? Wait a minute. See.
I thought it
already
did.
gives
I thought
silence.
it did. Because unnatural silent area or something, no?
A veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a plus 10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means. A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage.
Now,
Yeah,
I
or
know
maybe-
it's a little gray on this spell, but it does say the very beginning. It says silence, correct?
Yeah.
Do we assume that means silence as per the spell? That would mean
Well-
that everyone he chose is under a silent spell.
No, we
So
cannot
because,
be.
like,
Can't
we can
be
still
heard by
cast
those around us.
spells from when we've got Pass Without a Trace on.
What's that say again?
We can still cast. So if he casts Pass Without a Trace on all of us,
Right.
we can still cast spells. Sound
See,
can still emit.
That's what I was wondering because it said silence.
So I'm assuming that if he wants to, he can cast silence on her, that she can't cast any spells.
But I think
So
you're. I think
You cast spells. You have a plus on stealth checks with yours.
Yeah.
She can still choose to scream out, I think.
that's what I just want to check because if you're silenced,
That's why I'm thinking
yeah.
use silence.
Let me just check. It probably is. I just don't. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
it's tough to say because I'm assuming. Well, I'm assuming the people in the thing would want to move stealthily. So, but they
Yeah.
should be able to
That's why I want
communicate
to use
within.
silence because I don't
Well,
think it's.
You may.
We should be able to communicate within the veil because it's a veil of shadows and
but-
silence.
But why?
Well, it's a veil, so
But
anything
it's-
outside the veil can't
But
hear us.
we just said that earlier. It's not a veil. It's not a
But
globe.
it
It's
says
not
it's not a globe. It radiates from me for 30 feet to anybody I choose.
So it's
It's-
not
it-
like a silent spell where it's a 20-foot radius sphere, everything in it, whether it wants to or not. This is something where he's granting a bonus to individuals. But my concern is if Lang decides, hey, choose not to use it. I'm not trying to be stealthy. I'm calling out help, kidnap, whatever.
Yep.
It wouldn't apply. That's why I want to use the silence spell.
Her mouth is bound. She's gagged as well, so.
She can still like. "Arr!"
Yeah. So we need to have him cast a silence on her.
Okay.
Can you put it on one person, or am I going to be silenced?
It's an area effect. Everyone would be silenced.
Oh.
You can just use hand signals.
Well, we could use message if he casts message.
Message, I believe, has semantic components. Or verbal components. I mean, yeah, it
Oh,
has
does it?
verbal
Oh.
components, so I can't actually cast it.
Did you cast it first?
It only lasts a round.
Oh, it only lasts around. Okay, it's only for a minute. Okay.
Okay. So you have
Well,
Veil of Shadows.
Okay, so
and now he wants to
question
cast.
question
what's
to the point
Mhm.
again. If she's bound and gagged, so she's already semi-silenced because she can make some noises but not very loud. If she's gagged, like she's tied up.
Mhm.
If she has this cast on her as well as us, she shouldn't be able to be noisy
That's right.
because it's making us move. So we don't really need the silence spell, do we?
Okay, I've got a better idea than the silence spell.
Okay.
So we've got her tied up. We've got her gagged.
Yep.
I'll have a conversation with her about her need to keep quiet as we get back to the ship.
Your charm.
I won't charm. I'm not going to use up the charm spell slot because I think it's going to be difficult for me to charm her while she's bound and gagged.
You're gonna persuade her then.
I'm going to persuade her.
Okay. Because I think if he casts silence on us, we might be screwed.
Yeah, I'm not going to cast silence on it. I'm going to persuade her to keep quiet.
Because we're already silent to everybody around us. But
Yeah, exactly. This way we can move without issue with her, without having to go through another spell. Okay? Does that work?
I think so.
Okay.
Is it DM in agreement?
What I'm seeing so far is you're casting Pass Without a Trace, which is fine.
Yep.
So you're not going to make sound. She's not going to make sound.
Right.
Um,
Bound and gagged.
she's only bound and gagged for less than a minute.
No, she's bound and gagged.
No. She's
I mean, yeah, regardless, she can attempt to break them after a minute.
of course she was. She's a master assassin.
But
Yeah.
he's gonna persuade
Right.
her not to.
I'm going to have a conversation
he's
with
going to try.
her. He's going to try. Yeah, absolutely. I'm
Even-
aware there's no
yeah.
guarantee with what I'm doing.
That's right.
This is a plan that we're going to attempt.
Go for it.
I don't assume that I automatically succeed.
No, let's see.
Well,
me an-
let's put it
give
this
me an
way, too.
idea.
I have her. I'm carrying her, so
Yeah, of
I
course.
have her grappled too.
Now. How are you carrying her? I assume firemen carry over the shoulder.
Yeah.
That's not grappled.
Well, she's tied up. And
That's
I've
right.
Got her
For
hoisted
now.
over my shoulder. Okay.
I expect it only lasts a minute.
It only
We're
is-
not making it back to the.
No, we're not making it back to the ship in a minute. We don't have.
No,
that
you have
extra door,
19
right?
minutes. That's right.
Yep.
You have a master assassin, just so you know, with a piece of rope from your pack and a
Yep.
small cloth over her mouth. She's not looking to shout out.
Yep.
I have my
So-
tinker tools. I could try to make something a little stronger to
Mhm.
keep her contained.
You have 1 minute.
Yeah. I don't know how
You-
fast I go.
You do need a place to work it with your tools. So you have tools, you do, but you need like a table and some materials to do so.
So this is what we're gonna do. Put her down.
Okay.
I'm gonna persuade her to come along willingly
While being tied up.
while being tied up. Yep.
So you don't want me to cast a spell yet?
Yeah. Do your pass without a trace.
Okay, so it's cast.
All right.
We
Okay.
have we have 1 hour.
All right. So once I see her start to come around, like her eyes flare, let me know.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
All right.
We're waiting here until that happens.
Yep.
Okay.
Lang?
Yep.
You have a problem. What was the name? Michiko?
Masato.
Oh, you're looking
Master
for the guy?
Masato. Master Masato.
Masato.
Yep.
Masato is going to be very unpleased with you. You have a couple of options here. You can come with us willingly, and we can have a conversation. And every moment that you're with us, you have the chance to get the upper hand on us and take care of things yourself. Or you can try and escape and run back to your master and explain how you failed. Or we can kill you right here, right now, and have one of our clerics have a conversation with your corpse.
What?
Which option would you like? Would you like to come with us?
Give
I'm
me.
going to do persuasion.
Isn't she gagged right now?
She
Yeah.
just needs to nod.
Just a nod. Bat an eye.
All right, so that would be a 25 on a persuasion
You
check.
persuade very well. You have a very good argument. She is going to do something, and then I need an insight check.
All right. Insight is a 21.
21. She pretends she is persuaded, and insight, you catch that. She's like, oh, yeah, yeah. I'll go with you, nodding.
Okay.
You can knock her out.
Yeah.
She can't scream if she's not conscious.
True.
You
Does it have
have
a
a way
sleep
to
spell?
instantly knock her out?
Punch her in the back of the head.
Do we have a sleep spell?
I don't.
I don't.
Darn. I'm sure one of us has got a heavy blunt object.
So I'll cast message. She's faking that she's buying it, and I'll send that to both Kyloke and May. But I think that means that she'll start coming with us for now.
So what do you want to do?
I can ready a blunt object, so as soon as she starts,
I say we try and get her back to the ship right now.
I should have had May make a little acid trap to tie around her neck or something. So if she moved, it breaks.
oh my god!
For the
I said
future.
I could build something.
I
For the
know.
future.
You only had a minute though.
Oh, before we go, I'm gonna just cut off a piece of her clothing.
Oh, hello.
Which piece?
Yeah.
A piece of her sleeve. For later. And I'll put it into the bag of holding.
I'm going to grab her gear that was coming that she used to climb down with, and take that with me.
All right, so you take some climbing gear, you take the piece of cloth we could probably track with, of course, and then you'll attempt to have Kyloke put her on his shoulder and start making your way back to the ship.
Have him put her on the. I was gonna force her to walk.
Okay,
I
we
don't
can
want
force her to
Kyloke
walk.
getting stabbed in the back.
Have we rested since the last game? Like, do I have my spell slots back?
We rested at some point. Yeah,
When did we have? Did we have an open fight anywhere?
We haven't rested since we used the. No, we didn't have any fights last time.
Because we
We
came
didn't
in
have
on
to
the
fight the guy.
airship, we would have rested on the airship. We would have been fully rested coming into the city. Yeah, no, you would have everything back. You would be full.
Yeah, the
Okay.
I had only cast one spell, the Pass Without a Trace. It's the second time I cast it now.
As
Since
we're
resting.
give me a marching order here. Who's first, second, and third?
Well, I'm right behind her because I'm ready.
May, you give me a perception check.
Okay. 25.
Oh, okay.
Nice roll.
You notice
really
it's not too
focused.
long into this. You got to cross the courtyard, across the bridge, and onto the road, and you start moving down towards the ship, but you're nowhere near. You can see she's on Kylo's shoulder. He doesn't notice, but she's out of the bonds.
Oh, no, she's walking.
Oh, you were carrying her.
No,
You were
no,
carrying
we
her.
let
I
her
said
walk.
we're making
All
her
right.
walk. That's part of the.
Yeah.
All right.
Part of
You
the
notice
walk.
she's out of the bonds. She's not
Okay.
out of them. She's holding like she's still in them, but she's right behind Kylo then with his throat open. If she's walking right behind you and she's out of the bonds,
Okay,
she's got
I'm
them
gonna sneak.
off.
I'm gonna
very
sneak
easily.
right up behind her and just hit her in the back of the head with the back of my rapiers
All right. At this point,
before
we got to
anything
do
happens.
initiative because she's gonna strike if she's walking, and you're gonna try to strike when you catch her. So we got to do
Yes.
initiative now. Kyloke and Clairval are unaware because they are up ahead and they are in this spell.
If I'm sneaking up behind her, can I do a stealth?
Well,
You have plus 10 to
you're fully
dexterity.
She
you're
knows
fully
I'm-
you're fully stealth. She's fully stealth. So
Ah.
a fully stealth assassin behind Kyloke is never good.
we can all. We're all in the same. I know where she's at.
No, you don't. Well, you know she's behind you, but you're unaware because you're looking
No, I know where
forward.
she's at because I cast a spell.
I'm not saying you don't know she's behind you, but she's always behind you. She would be behind you the whole time. You'd have no reason to turn around. And there's no noise coming from there.
But I'm concentrating on keeping them all in the spell. I know
That's
where
right.
they're all at.
No, you know they're there. You don't know
Yeah,
what
you
they're
just
doing.
don't know that she's escaping.
That's right.
I don't know that she's escaping.
You're
No,
aware-
but
he's saying you're not aware that she's coming up to you with a dagger about to go into your hand.
yeah.
Okay, well, let's try this. So we'll do May, and we'll do the assassin first. Let's see. Initiative roll off. Roll good.
Maybe she should go first. She beat the perception.
Yeah, she
What's
beat
the
the
point of having
deception.
her roll of perception? She beat it. She should get to go first.
Yeah, she should get to act before the other one acts.
I will give you advantage.
Okay, I'm gonna roll again. Okay, 12 is better than what I had before.
You failed first. You beat me that time. All right.
I
You
couldn't
shouldn't have
tell
had
if
it
your all
she
was
should have
because I
beat
won
her
or
the whole
lost.
You're not gonna beat an assassin that easy, but she
beat the
did.
Perception.
Okay,
All right,
so
May,
what do I
you-
roll to knock her out?
Well, now in game terms, you're gonna do damage with a blunt end of the weapon or something like that. So it's gonna do subdual damage instead of doing physical harm to her. But that's only probably gonna give her a couple points. You have to take away all of her hit points to knock her out. It's gonna take a long time.
She could have like 95 points.
She could have a whole
or
bunch
more.
of hit points. We don't know. I just make you aware. You do what you wish to do, but that is how that works.
You could
You can give her
probably
ideas.
grab-
Yeah.
you could probably grab her wrist. Because that would be
I
a dex.
could try to
a dex
grapple with her.
thing, right?
Yep.
Or a strength.
It's true.
That'll at least get everyone's attention on her, and then she can't be sneaking anywhere.
Yep.
I hope assassins aren't that strong. Okay, I'm gonna try to grapple with her.
Okay, so we're gonna do strength versus strength.
Yup.
All right, go for it. Oh,
Ooh.
10.
I got you.
So at least we're all aware now.
19,
What did she roll?
right off the bat.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, wait,
no,
no,
hey.
wait. I missed something there. What do you mean you're all aware now? You're in a silence spell, walking in a straight line. You're
We're
up
not in a
ahead.
silent spell. He didn't cast a silent
No,
spell.
you're in
We can-
you're in
we
pass.
can-
No, you're in
I
pass
can
without a
hear
trace.
what's going on in the spell, in my own spell.
No, sir. I'm not saying you're silenced as per the silent spell, but pass without a trace said silence and stealth radiates from you.
No one outside of our thing can hear us.
Okay.
No one outside. We can still communicate. We're
I
still
can hear
aware
what's going on. I can.
All right. So do this
The
for
whole
me.
reason why I cast it on
It's
them.
okay. It's okay. Do this for me. Give me a perception roll. I get a +10 to my stealth because I'm in this spell. That's for listening and seeing. It's anything perception wise.
Okay, so my first perception roll is 14. Second one, because I get advantage to perception, is 18.
Okay.
My perception is only a 17.
Okay. So your second, because you got advantage, you will catch something's going on. Otherwise, yep.
So the only thing I was going to say, Dean, like May's not trying to be sneaky about it.
Nope.
She's grabbing her.
Yeah. This is literally this. Reaching for the hand like this, right? And then and grabbing her like that. Like that's happened 6 seconds. Nobody said anything yet. Nobody's done anything that would get your attention. You're in a pass without a trace spell. She technically gets a +10 to stealth as she's moving. So she's doing it silently in a stealthily way.
But I'm not being stealthy.
You're not, but again, 6 seconds has passed, and you haven't yelled out or got anybody's attention. I will give it to Kylo because he got his second roll, his advantage.
Okay, so I noticed
At
her.
that point, you notice something out of the corner of your eyes moving.
Okay,
You turn
I
around,
dropped the spell.
and you see
I turn around.
she's got the thing on
Sure.
May.
Yeah, I turn around. I drop the spell on her and I punch her in the face.
Drop what spell? Pass without a trace?
Yep,
Okay.
because I'm concentrating on it, so I'm not concentrating on her anymore. I
There you
drop
go.
the spell, so she's fully visible and loses the +10 to stealth.
Okay, so let me get this. Lang, I got Kylo. Put Clairval at the end.
Yep.
So she can't see us or hear us.
So you drop it.
You can't. You wouldn't be able to drop it just for her. You'd have to drop the spell. You can't reselect the targets. The targets are the targets.
I can't just stop concentrating on her.
You can't just stop concentrating on her. You focus on the spell itself. So when I'm casting this spell, these are the targets. I'm keeping this magical veil going. You can't just remove one of us from it.
I got to give you a hard time on it because she's a master assassin. If it was Joe the NPC, 100%.
Okay, but the prior time that we cast the spell, when I moved 30 feet away, you were all visible, and I was still stealth.
If you're more than 30 feet away, then she's out of it.
But we're not letting her get 30 feet away, as if we can help it.
True. It'll be your go. You turn around, you see that she has got May's hand. Her back's to you because she turned around to face May.
All right, then she has May's hand. She still has the knife.
She would. Yeah.
Did we take her weapon?
No, technically she has it. It'd probably get passed to the other hand, the offhand, at this point.
Okay, so I'm going to, instead of dropping the spell, I'm going to grapple her hand. She can't see me, so I'm going to grapple her hand.
Okay.
And take the knife out of her hand.
Like a disarm.
Yep.
Let's do Dex versus Dex, and I'll give myself disadvantage for being in a grapple. Oh, I got 19, but I follow with a 4.
I got a. You said a Dex, so my Dex bonus is 3, so I got a 17 plus the 10, so 27.
All right. So you reach over into the grapple, and you're able to grab her other hand, not the one touching May, but the other hand, just kind of twist it, knock the knife to the ground.
Okay.
We'll call that your action. Do you want to do a move or a bonus action or a reaction?
Can I follow through and put her arm behind her back? And hold her there?
Like an interaction, just to like move her arm behind her back. You're not technically grappling her. You're not holding her.
Right. I'm trying to resubdue her.
Your action would be to disarm. You couldn't.
Yeah, you've already done actions, so
you could do it next round.
Action is the same as the attack.
Yeah.
Well, then I get 2 attacks per round.
True, you do get 2 attacks, but it's generally 2 attacks with melee weapon or whatever it is. Not 2 attack actions. Well, it is 2 attack actions, but not two action actions. We'll say disarm is the whole thing, just like grapple.
All right. Okay. Well, okay. In the process of disarming her, I pull her arm behind her.
Yes, that's fine.
You're right. I'm not grappled with her yet. I just have her held by the arm.
Okay, that's fair.
Pretty strong,
Clairval.
though. So.
Yes, you are.
okay, so I see this.
Semantics, man. Semantics.
All right, we tried to do this the nice way. We'll give one attempt at charm person.
Oh, okay.
So she's going to have advantage because obviously we're fighting with her at this point. But I'm going to say you took the stupid choice. And I'm going to use the unsettling words again to give her a minus.
Oh, okay.
So that's going to be a -4 to whatever her roll is.
Okay.
She has advantage.
I get advantage. Okay. And what is it based? Charisma based? Wisdom based?
Is a wisdom based saving throw.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh. That's not going to do it. Oh, that's cockeyed.
Oh, he's got a third roll.
-4. Nothing. Under 10.
Okay. Yeah, not even close. She is now charmed and regards me as a friendly acquaintance.
Only you.
So,
okay.
Just me. Lang, we're getting off on the wrong foot. I think there's been a bit of a misunderstanding here. Look, let's come back to the boat. We'll sit down. We'll have something to eat. We're going to get all this sorted out. Okay?
Oh my God, I'm charmed.
Yep. I'm a friendly acquaintance.
You're right. We should split the money on killing these 2.
Lang, there's clearly been a misunderstanding. It's me. It's your old friend. We're going to get this sorted out, but we got to have a sit down and do it. You would not deny your old friend a sit down, would you?
We should have drinks after we murder these 2.
I'm gonna, as a good faith, I'm gonna let you go because of the misunderstanding. I let her go and I dust her arm off. Then I immediately go and pick up her knife and put it in my belt.
All right, she's gonna look at Clairval and say,
Yep.
I'd be happy to talk with you, but what about these 2? We should destroy them now.
We'll take care of that afterwards. we need to make sure that you and I are on the same page, because clearly there's been a disconnect.
She
Are
reaches
you still
down for
dressed
the
as a
rope.
fox?
Yeah.
I'm attempting persuasion here.
She's 100%
on
with
my
you.
good friend.
What you're saying to me, she's with 100%, but you're not saying don't do something to them. So she's going to grab the rope and
I'm-
attempt to bind them. She's taking the prisoners for me and you. You said let's have a talk. We're going to have a talk, but we got to take care of these guys.
We're
Together,
taking care of
as friends.
each thing until we have a talk. Not being an obtuse tool, you're charmed.
Yeah, but you're not saying like she's scared that they're
I'm
going to run
saying
off.
I'm about to give you a persuasion to tell you not to run off, to come back to the boat with me, to talk, to figure this out.
No. That's fair. 100% she's going to do that. What about the other two? You're not saying
We'll
anything.
sort it out once we've had a conversation.
But she
But clearly,
thinks
I'm missing some information. I'm attempting to persuade my charmed friend
you don't have to.
to not be taking an action against these.
That's
two
what
that
I
are
was
with
waiting.
me.
No. That's what I was waiting for. You didn't say that. You didn't say don't take an action. So we're friends, but there's still these two enemies right here that she's worried that you're not paying attention to.
They're with me.
There you go. All right. Whoa. Well, if they're with you, by all means.
Obtuse tool.
You got to say the right word. Because we'll be friends and we'll murder them together.
Got a very low intelligence, doesn't she?
All right. How long's the spell? Charm? Hour?
1 hour.
All right. We go back to the ship. Where
Yep.
would you like to go in the ship?
We're gonna put her into the brig. I'm gonna be in there with
How
her.
you going to get your friend in the brig?
I need you to stay here for a minute.
Wait a
Why don't you
minute.
put her into?
That
Why don't you put
looks-
her into a cabin, and we'll lock the door.
All right.
Do the cabins have windows?
No,
No.
they're in the middle of the ship.
All right. We'll put her in a cabin then.
All right. A cabin is fair.
We should probably
She will go into a
move
cabin.
the ship further out so she can't get off the boat. It'll be like in the air, so she's trapped now.
Yeah,
That
she
makes-
knows that she's already been hiding out here.
And she's
Okay,
hiding
so
out in the
wha-
hold.
While she is still charmed,
Okay.
because I've got an hour on this, and it only took us 20 minutes to get back here.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit down with her and try and get all the information that I can out of her about what's going on, who wants us dead, why, what the concern with Amico is, all that. I'm trying to get as much information as I can out of her.
And I bring
Okay.
Clairval's new friend a couple slices of cheese and some wine from our.
She still doesn't.
Our
You're not her
culinary
friend
area.
though. She's not charmed to you.
No, I'm bringing it for my friend to give to her.
All right. Insight check. Is it poisoned?
It's not poisoned.
Natural 20.
It's not poisoned.
She
It's
doesn't
just-
know
I
you.
just got it from the galley. That's all. Trying to make her feel it comfortable to talk to her friend.
All right. She will. Is everybody going to stay in the cabin, or is only Clairval going to get the info?
That's gonna be Clairval.
Okay. Clairval will get the info. The other people will have to wait outside.
We'll,
well,
however, bring the wolf to the door and sit him outside the door with the door closed, just in case we have an altercation.
Outside, because I think she's gonna be more open to talk when it's just me, because she's under the charm effect.
yes.
Yeah, we're outside. That's fine.
All right. Okay. So, what do you want to ask her?
Play,
Ask her a
play
question.
cards in the hallway.
Okay. Why the attempt to get to Amico?
What? Like, wait a minute. You guys are attempting to get to Amico. She's not.
Yeah, I know, and you're trying to stop us
Yep.
from
Okay.
getting.
Why stop you? All right.
Yeah.
She was hired by Masato. I was hired by Masato to make sure Amico remains in the palace.
Why?
He is a royal. He is an advisor to her, and right now he controls her. He needs her to carry out his plans. She cannot leave the city. It would be not in his best interest.
Do you know what he's planning?
I do not know the extent of his plans, no. All I know is that he hired me specifically to make sure nothing
Liar.
happens. She can't lie. She's charmed.
All
Well,
right.
she could.
She's my friend.
Yeah.
She wouldn't lie to her friend. Do you think that they'll reach out to someone else? Because you're not going to kill your friend. So what's going to happen if you don't succeed in killing me?
If I fail, the guild would be contacted to hire another. Though it would put very bad light on our guild.
Yeah.
So I would not
Yeah.
fail.
You're trying to avoid the guild connection. I understand that, because the guild connection could be traced back.
Mhm.
I'm screwing up the pronunciation of this M.
Masato?
Masato. Does Masato have any enemies within the court? Obviously, besides Amiko.
Yes, Masato does have known enemies within the court. I do my homework, and I know who is on whose side in the royal house.
Who would be another ally to Amiko?
Ally to Amiko? She will give
Or
you...
at least an enemy to Masato.
Masato? She will give you... Shinju. Shinju is her close personal friend. Who takes care of her and does not trust Masato. She knows he's been up to something and has been trying to remove him from his duties for a long time, but cannot openly do so, accusing him without any evidence of wrongdoings.
Do you know of any evidence that could be used against Masato?
I can't say that I do offhand, no. I've not looked further into the matter.
Job's got to be done, right?
Job has to be done if we wish to be paid.
That's right. If I were to move against Masato, is there anything that you could tell me that would be helpful to me?
Masato keeps indoors in the palace. He does not travel outside. That being said, he does spend most of his time away from the palace somehow. He does not leave the palace openly. He does not travel the town. He is not seen out in the daylight in the markets or anything like that. However, there is accountants for his disappearance at times. He must go somewhere out of sight of the palace, but still within the palace grounds.
Is he a magic user of any type?
From what I aware, he's just a everyday royal.
Okay.
There is whispers that he has a darker power, a connection with spirits, known as the Oni.
Okay. She's a fucking warlock. Great. How do we counter Eldritch Blast? Is there somewhere that we could take Amiko to where she'd be safe?
She wishes to leave the city. That I know. There's a guild, the Adventurers Guild, that has hired the people you had traveled with to take her away, take her out of the city, somewhere safe.
Is there anywhere that you know of that would be beyond Masato's reach?
I would say if you get her outside of the palace, he would not follow. Something keeps ties there.
Do you know anything about what's happening to... where would Kind Cures land be from here with the Warlord Jund and all that? Like, would they... is there a chance that Lang would have some information about that? Or is it too far away, too removed to have any...
She would know about the
People,
neighboring neighboring towns. Like she'll tell you a basic idea of the neighboring towns. There may be some things that are going on in the countryside, but nothing.
If it's going to get us anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll cast message.
Okay, good.
Jessica, is there anything specific you want me to ask?
Yeah. Find out why her, because she's been following us for a while, and she's the one that sent those undead things at us. Find out why they were looking for the eastern ones.
So I'll ask
That
her
was
that.
before we took the quest.
Yeah. When did you board the ship?
She boarded the ship out of Dovagard after she
Okay.
had seen Easterners show up in the barbarian lands. She was to
It
keep
was
a
in
lookout.
it was in the inn that night that they
Mhm.
attacked us
It
before
was.
we left for the ship.
Why did you join us then? Because we didn't even know who Amica was at that point.
You had the orders passed along from the Guildmaster. We had
Man,
known
open
for
okay.
some time what the Adventurers Guild was planning to move her out of the city. More importantly, Masato knew.
Does Macedo have connections within the Adventurers Guild?
I would say yes.
Okay. Something I've got to know. How'd you do that trick with those undead that were coming at us?
She calls them, it's a Y-U-R-E-I. Uri? She says she can summon them as she needs to.
Okay.
It doesn't sound like a standard assassin play.
I've never seen anything like that before. Is that something that you uniquely learned in this area? Or
Says yes. From my past, I have encountered an object, so to speak, and it taught me how to call forth these creatures. They are quite useful when needed.
really?
Dark price to pay for their services, however. There's
Can
not
they
many
be
who can
used?
stand up to them.
Can they be used for other things besides attacks, such as
No.
spying or anything like that?
She says they are destructive. They have one focus.
Yeah. I just want to make sure we didn't need to be watching our back for some of these things coming around after us.
100%.
Find
If
out-
you
should
weren't my
find out how
best
she-
friend.
You should find out how she calls them.
If you use some kind of relic, I'm not looking to steal the relic to start calling them in. And quite frankly, I'm not even putting it out at the possibility that Jackson gets his hands on something.
Yep.
Kylo, May, anything else you can think of that we should be asking?
Oh, I can't think of anything else.
We found what was the beef between her and Misato? Did we find that out? What the actual
Yeah.
reasoning?
So Masato is basically like a court advisor who's manipulating things, saying, okay, no, Amico told us that we have to do this, so go do it. But he needs to keep Amico under his thumb so he can keep doing that. If she
Okay.
leaves, he's no longer under his thumb, and then he loses his level of authority, so to speak.
Amiko's not the ruler though. Or is she? She's part of the nobles, but is she the ruler? You guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I was waiting for the DM to answer that.
Yeah, but he's asking you in message. Are you asking your friend?
If we already got that information. We haven't played in 2 weeks, buddy.
It's okay. You don't know. You don't know anything about Amico or Miko, whatever it is, except that she wants out of the city to safety. That's what you've been given orders from the Guildmaster about.
Kind of authority figure within the palace.
Right.
As long as she's kept within the palace.
But she's not like the emperor or the actual ruler of this land.
I don't know if she's the actual ruler, but she's got enough clout and authority that Plato's taking advantage of that.
Yeah, she's got some
For her
power,
name.
but what does your friend there say? Is she actually Is this a coup? Is he trying to overthrow the actual government, or is she just someone in the government that has a lot of power?
What is Amiko's official title?
She'll say she is the returned heir to the throne. Her family was king and queen at one time, and she was hidden away as a child. As she grew older, she uncovered a plot on her life, which led her back to this city over time. She returned here as the heir to the throne, but does not have power yet. It is still run by a council, we'll say.
Let's see. Child Empress that isn't in control yet, but as long as Sato's got her here, keep running things as they want.
What was why is she returned heir? What happened? What was, if you can find the story out?
Like, she tells you a story that, same thing, there was something, the city was besieged, king and queen had to hide the daughter was hidden in a city far away to the south. You hear the name Ashura come up, and then eventually spirits were sent after her as assassins to kill her, make sure she never returned. She learned of this plot and did end up returning with a series of adventures many years ago.
Okay, so we're going to assume that the parents have been killed, and a council took over after
Yes.
the downfall.
Correct.
But until she's of age, she doesn't get to run things. But
Does she have any knowledge of if Masato was at all involved with the siege?
No,
Or the
not
plot
at
to
all.
kill- or the plot to
Masato
kill
Masato
Ashura, or
wasn't around at that time.
okay.
opportunist.
Okay. So he's not
So-
necessarily the principal threat. He is one of the threats.
So I'm going to attempt to roll an insight check to see if there's anything else. 'Cause, like, I'm drawing a blank.
I have
But
one
I'm
of
not as wise, intelligent, or charismatic as Claire Valance. So
here. I have one more thing though, because it doesn't sit right that she's a returned heir. She's not in power currently. She does have some power. People listen to her and do what she says, but the council is the one that's in charge of the territory until, I'm assuming, she reaches a certain age, or does some sort of what's
What's
that?
Is Masato on the council?
No.
So she's to be queen at some point, or empress, or whatever you want to call her, but she's not right now. So if she left the city, gave up the life and left the city with
Mhm.
a group of adventurers that were sent by the Adventure Guild,
This isn't where she rules from.
why would she be? Why would Masato not kind of want that? Get her out of the city, get her away from the city, so she's not in power anymore. There's no chance of the council ever losing power.
Power, is it?
What's that?
This isn't like the capital city of where she ruled, where is going to rule, is it?
Oh, yes, it is.
This is okay. So
So there's
then,
more to
yeah,
this story.
I'm lost in the logic here too.
Which part are you
There's
lost
something deeper, because if she left the city for good,
Mm-hmm.
he could seize power just by being elected to the council,
How? He'd be one of
Or-
many
or-
counselors.
or taking over the council and proclaiming himself emperor.
So is his plan on running things? He's waiting for her to come of age, which may be soon, and then is basically going to keep her under lock and control within this palace here, so he can run things via proxy of her.
There you go. That would be the most plausible explanation. It's easier to control one ruler than a whole council of rulers,
Yeah, so
right?
she's going to be in charge soon. But if she's here, Zato basically has her under his thumb. If she gets out, she can come back, perhaps with guard of her own, whatever, of age, and she no longer has to worry about that, or she can figure out how she's coming back to remove this guy.
Right. All the while, though, he can get in deeper if she's gone.
Well, he's not.
She doesn't want him
on
to
the
be gone. She
council
doesn't want her
at
to
this
be gone.
point.
Or he doesn't want her to be gone.
I'm not planning on running the politics of this empire. Woman wants out.
Yeah.
But this is the info she gives you.
Yep. So again, so what do you want? Insight, perception, persuasion. Just I'm trying to think of what my character might think of that might be missing.
Oh, what do you try? You got all the info she knows. What are you trying to get out of her?
I don't know if I've gotten all the info or not.
Pretty much, that's all the info there.
Okay.
She's been sent by this guy to eliminate any threat that Amico will be leaving the city. If you guys are dead, she can't leave the city. If the Adventurers Guild fails, she doesn't leave the city. She's still trapped in that castle, correct?
Got it.
Palace.
You should
So-
ask. You should
You
ask
kill
one
the
more.
assassin, tell them that they already killed us, and then they're not expecting us.
You should tell her or ask her one more thing about if she has any other associates that we should be aware of.
So, Lang, my good friend, let's put a hypothetical here to you. Some parallel reality, God-shattering thing. We're no longer friends. I know it's hard to imagine. I feel weird even uttering the words.
It would never happen. We will always be best
Hypothetically.
friends.
Hypothetically,
Best friends forever. Heart emoji, heart emoji, heart
if we had a falling out, how do you think you'd deal with me?
As I deal with everyone who crosses me, I would put a knife in your
Sharp,
throat.
sharp stick to the eye.
No.
With gnome spit on it.
Thank you, guys. We don't have to worry about that happening.
That would never happen. We're too close of friends.
That's right.
Now let's have that drink.
Absolutely. I will pour the wine, get the cheese. Do you need to use that relic that you found to summon those undead creatures?
She says,
Or
no,
is it just something you can do at will?
it's right here. It should show you part of wherever, maybe her shoulder or something. She has tattoo.
Did I see that?
Well, you're an old friend. She can take off the shirt to show you the tattoo. It's pretty
Took off
intricate,
her whole
nice,
shirt for you.
big,
You?
long dragons and everything. Yeah.
Okay, I thought when you were going like this, I thought you were showing me a necklace, but no, it's
No,
a tattoo?
yeah, tattoo.
Okay, good.
Well, we can't steal that.
Oh, there's ways Jackson could steal it.
Say you just gave Jackson an idea.
Don't give
That's
him
why.
ideas.
I wear her skin.
He probably wouldn't knock her out either to do it.
Oh
Just
no.
skin her.
Man,
We're at 11:06. Do we want to call it there so that
that's a good spot. We
Go
got
there, Meg?
we diffused the assassin situation. We got her back. We learned the plan, right? We have her under a charmed spell. We're gonna call it early this week because we are down a couple players and May has to go. We don't want to carry on with just two, but we do play every Sunday night from 9 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. You can check out the other episodes on YouTube. And yeah, we should call it here. It's a good spot. What do you think?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We just have to remember the assassin's still there. The charm's not lasting that much longer.
Okay.
Oh, does she have any other associates?
No, basically, she does work alone. She is an assassin that he has contacted. She was trying to give this Kitsune a chance because he was bragging he could take these guys out, blah, blah, blah. He was ungilded. It didn't hurt. So she was going to double cross him anyway and kill him for the money she paid him. So no harm, no foul. She let him give a chance, and he screwed up. So there ye be. All right,
Try your
guys.
cheese with your wine. Cheese and wine with your friend.
We're just going to play our movie. We got a little outro movie. We're going to do that and take off for the night. Have a good time. See you guys next weekend. Come back. Bye-bye.